US President Donald Trump is expanding his crackdown on the southern Mexico border, and many questions remaining after the release of 80,000 documents of the JFK death files. Welcome to Bauernebel News. US President Donald Trump is escalating the crackdown on the southern border. Now it is revealed a new plan to strengthen border security. Donald Trump wants to declare a buffer zone on the American side of the border, first in New Mexico. This buffer zone should be patrolled and organized and run by the U.S. military, by soldiers. And Donald Trump wants to declare this zone a military base. This is the tactic that it will allow U.S. soldiers to detain illegal migrants on U.S. soil. This, of course, seems to be a workaround, a go-around of the Comitatus Act, which prohibits actions like that by U.S. soldiers on U.S. soil. That is the latest plan, and it is clear that Donald Trump is keeping the pressure up to stop migrant flows on the southern border, and he has been already very, very successful. The number of illegal crossings reported has dropped to 8,200 in the month of February. That is a stark contrast to the 140,000 illegal crossings in February last year when Joe Biden was still a president. But Donald Trump wants to fulfill one of his most important campaign promises with this crackdown on the border, and further measures are being expected. Of course, on the other side, as far as deportations are concerned, those numbers are about on the same level as during the Biden presidency so far. So here, Donald Trump is lagging behind in fulfilling that campaign promise to deport at least first people, illegal aliens and migrants here in the U.S. who have committed crimes. Of course, there is a pushback by the courts. The latest drama unfolded, legal drama unfolded, as Donald Trump was transferring gang members from Venezuela and El Salvador to a prison, a very high profile prison in El Salvador, and that has been tried. One judge tried to stop it. After that, there is like a showdown between the Trump administration and the judiciary as far as the actions of this judge is concerned. But it is clear Donald Trump is determined to fulfill that promise to make America, to deport illegal aliens who have committed crimes and secure the border at the same time. It is one of the most important stories of the week. Of course, the release of 80,000 new documents from the JFK death file. Of course, it is describing circumstances and backgrounds of one of the most tragic events in American history. Of course, 22nd of November, 1963, Dealey Plaza, Dallas, John F. Kennedy and his First Lady and the Texas governor are driving in an open limo. Shots rang out, fired from Lee Harvey Oswald from a building nearby. John F. Kennedy was killed. Ever since, there were numbers, of course, of conspiracy theories around it. Who really was responsible? Was it really just one man, a 22-year-old former Marine who was described as a bad shot, who on his own decided to kill the president? Or was it a conspiracy by either the deep state, the mafia, or other sinister forces? Some of the documents are shedding new light. There is one transcript of the comments of a former intelligence officer after the assassination, who told a friend that he knew that there was a cabal of CIA people involved in a murder plot to kill Kennedy. He was very agitated when he told his friend. Then, of course, 6 months later, he was found dead in his apartment in Washington. The coroner ruled it a suicide. Other documents are shedding light into the relationship between the KGB in the Soviet Union and Oswald. Of course, Oswald has visited the Soviet Union before the shots that killed Kennedy. And here it is described that one KGB officer said that Oswald was a bad shot. It was never being really considered to make him an agent of the KGB, what he wanted. Other documents shed light how close the CIA was observing Oswald in the weeks before the Kennedy assassination, especially also when he was in Mexico City, and there are numerous documents showing that he was observed. There are also connections to some undercover groups by the CIA in Miami, which also had contact with Oswald.